Yeah, hands up, everybody. Yo. Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Bounce. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie, with my co-host Alpha Dog Bets and Hefe Picks, and we also have a special guest today, guys. BBB in the house, Big Brain Bets, guys. What's up? How y'all doing today?
Another day. Excited to break down the slate with you. Excited to have BBB on the show. How are you today, Hefe, my friend?
It's Friday. We got a lot of games to go over. We got a lot of fun, and we got a special guest, Big Brain Bets, BBB. How we feeling today?
Hey, what's up, BBB?
What is going on? Honored to be on the show with you guys today. Today's just one of those days where you wake up and you're like, it's going to be a great day. There's, a packed slate today. There's, I think there's 11 total games. There's just so much to choose from, so much value on the board, and I'm excited to get to dig into it with you guys.
Cool, man. Excited to have you here, man. Once again, shout out to Pure Wage for sponsoring this show. If you guys haven't, make sure you give them a follow. The best in the business, guys. We got a short recap, guys, and then we're going to jump into a really big slate tonight. But let's jump into the recap from yesterday. We got Toronto Raptors versus the 76ers. Score 115-109. Hefe and Alpha were both on the under. I gave out Raptors plus the 4. Man, what a great game. Fred
For you.
came
For you.
Yeah, for me. But Fred Van Fleet came out second half. Raptors just played better second half. Tyrese Maxey had another great game. Man, what happened here, guys? Alpha?
Maxey's really coming into his own, guys. He's really impressed me this year. He was a pretty good draft pick last year. He's gotten a lot of high praise for how he played. But this year with Ben Simmons being out, he's really been in a more pivotal role for the team. And he's really taken over. I mean, last night he scored 33 points, had 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He's helping out on both sides of the floor. Hefe, what do you see in this team? And especially with Tyrese Maxey and the way he's stepped up.
I'll tell you what, man. The Sixers keep getting these players that are just playing above their player card right now, right? And it's got to be helping them in this Ben Simmons fiasco that's going on off the court. I mean, Tyrese Maxey, we saw flashes last year, but dude's balling. Tobias Harris in his first game back, efficient, 7 of 18, 19 points, but they couldn't get the job done. And the Raptors are one of the best against the spread road teams in the league. I think this makes them 5-1. BBB, did you have anything on this game?
I personally did not have anything on this game yesterday, but Tyrese Maxey's been a player that I've followed all the way through high school. He's just someone that you've been able to see that's just ready for this moment. He's taken prime opportunity of having no Ben Simmons, and he's stepped into that role pretty fluently and picked up right where it is. And it's a huge pickup for the 76ers to be able to have that.
Agreed.
The crazy thing, too, is the thing the Sixers were missing was scoring out of Ben Simmons. He was giving them the facilitating. He was giving them that defensive presence. But Maxey is providing that extra scoring boost they've needed, especially with players out. So it's good to see him step up this year.
Couldn't agree more.
For sure. Let's jump right into the next recap. We got Pacers at the Jazz. All of us kind of stayed off that game. We wanted nothing to do with the Pacers, but god damn, they won outright yesterday, Cowboys.
Man, this is
they just had a great offensive day. I mean, they played team ball. TJ had a day. Brogdon had a day. They just did everything right on the offensive boards. Yeah, man. Alpha, how do you feel about this, man?
You want to know how I feel about the Indiana Pacers? They're an absolutely horrible team to predict. Just to predict. They play so well in certain games when you think that they will not. They were 10.5-point dogs going to Utah last night. it was pretty much everyone thought after losing the night before to a extremely shorthanded Nuggets team that they would get steamrolled. They come in there, they compete their butts off. We have a little bit of a scrap at the end of the game, kind of Nikola Jokic-esque, not as exciting, but got a little scrap in that one.
What was that? It was like wrestling, or it wasn't even.
It was just a hard shoving match after a hard foul. It was a lot of nothing, a lot of pushing, but all I could say about the Indiana Pacers is I am not touching them, betting them, or fading them for quite a while until I can definitively figure out what this team is.
This game showed me once again, and to everybody watching, there is no such thing as a surefire winner in the NBA. Never ever be the person who takes that minus 1,000 money line and adding them to the parlay, because this is the type of shit that happens. They lose outright by double digits at home. Sometimes it just don't make no sense, man.
Yep. BBB, did you have anything on this game? You want to add anything about the Pacers?
I did not have anything on this game. I agree with Alpha 100% that they have just been banned for me because I was also on them against the Nuggets, and this team is just whatever you think is going to happen with them, the complete opposite happens. Whatever is the most logical thing is what happens with them, and it's just too frustrating. So I agree. They're on a break for me, and I won't be betting on them until I can get some better reads on them, because right now.
Absolutely.
All right, boys, let's jump right into our last recap, man. Speaking of unpredictable, the Heat had a bunch of players out yesterday, but they end up covering the spread. It was a dog day yesterday. Hefe, that was your lock of the night.
Yo, man, let me tell you, that game was a
sweat.
It was a miracle cover. It was a miracle cover.
I mean,
a miracle
the
cover.
Heat come out
Kyle Lowry.
on fire. They get up by 17 and then slowly.
Dude, the first quarter looked amazing. I was just
amazing,
like, okay,
right?
No sweat.
Exactly. So let's fast forward to the fourth quarter. The Heat are down about like probably 8-9 points after a big Reggie Jackson 3. And then Kyle Lowry just goes Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan on us. We're talking about 3-point play, 4-point play. He's not missing a single shot. He actually almost got the Heat the lead, if you remember, on a steal, which I thought was a foul. Obviously, it didn't go their way. The Heat end up losing by 3. But for everybody who watched yesterday, remember what I said. If you can get the number of +5, +6, take it.
Yep.
And we cashed. Alpha, I know you had the Clippers -5, and that Terrence Mann dunk at the end had to just rip you apart, man. Were you watching?
Was it?
I was.
Dunk or layup?
It was a missed dunk with nobody on him, wide open, with a full second remaining. He goes to dunk it, and he just dunks it off the back rim, and it flies out. Would have given me the push. That was a tough one. Couple and ones to Lowry in the fourth. And let me tell you also, this was at the same exact time as the Northern Colorado-Hawaii game was ending. I don't know who had that game. I was on Northern Colorado. They had to be up about 30, 35 points with 10 minutes left. Ended up winning by just 3. They covered by 1. So at the exact time, both of these were going on. Glad to get one of them, but frustrating with the Clippers. But glad you hit your bet, Hefe.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Thanks, man. BB, were you watching that last
game?
drive, that last play?
Yeah, I did watch. I only had one play on that one, actually, and it was a player prop. I had Zubac's rebounds, which had cash in the third quarter. So
Great call.
Was able to watch that one sweat-free without any drama, able to watch everyone else sweat that one out.
I only laugh because Alpha has a joke where he goes, Zubac, it's Russian for rebound.
He's unbelievable. He gets every rebound. I love Zubac. I'm a big fan of his game.
All right, boys, let's jump right into today's breakdown. But before we do, if you guys are watching right now on the Twitter feed, make sure you guys retweet, like, comment. Means a lot to us. Thank you all for the support. If you haven't already, make sure to follow Pure Wage. Thank you for sponsoring this video, guys. Let's jump right into today's slate. We got an early game here. The Knicks at the Hornets. Line sitting at -1. No, -2 Knicks. Jumped up to -2. I'm gonna jump with I'm gonna jump this over to Alpha. Alpha, what's your take on
All right, guys. So here's going to be a first for me on the show. As you guys know, I am a Knicks fan, and I don't like to play them often unless I feel it's a really good spot for this team. Tonight, I am taking the Knicks money line against a team that has poor defense like Charlotte. I really think the Knicks are going to get inside, win this game, and defensively, I know I never bet the Knicks. They're going to step up tonight defensively, and these are the types of games they win. So I'm all in on the Knicks tonight, and Randall is going to play his first complete game of the season. You're hearing that first. Complete game from Julius Randle. He's got a good matchup tonight. Hefe, how do you feel about our boys?
Guys, viewers, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this is good or bad, but the two Knicks fans on the show love the freaking Knicks tonight. Nobody panic. Everybody stay calm. I will very slowly explain why the Knicks are winning this game. Tom Thibodeau ripped into the starting lineup after last night's game. I mean, he ripped them apart. You know they've been practicing their freaking asses off these last 2 days. They're going to come out strong, fast, and for once, not flat. The Hornets, 3-8-1 against the spread in the first half. I'm rolling with the Knicks first half money line. I got it at -125. That's my play on this game, but I agree with Alpha. I think the Knicks get it done full game as well. BBB. You're on the Knicks, obviously, right? I mean, come on. We had you on the show. Come on.
I do agree with you guys. I like the Knicks. And, you guys broke it down perfectly, being the Knicks fans. But personally, just not really wanting to trust the Knicks quite yet with the spread. The Hornets are one of those teams where, again, they just randomly decide they want to play basketball and they'll show up in a game. So I do think, as you said, though, the defense lacks. Recently, they've just been letting guards eviscerate them. Morant went for over 30. So I'm actually going to be playing a player prop. I like Evan Fournier to be over 11.5 points. I think it might have moved up to 12.5 points, but I still like it. I think he can get about 16 or 17 tonight, which gives us a few points of cushion. So also, if you need a pivot spot, I do like Kemba Walker to have a good night as well. Bounce back. He's been slumping a little bit.
Good news for you guys.
This is a good spot for him.
Let's talk about how great BBB is coming on the show and giving not one, two Knicks props with two Knicks fans on the show. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it. One more little nugget before we move on. Hornets coming off a five-game Western Conference road trip on back home. You know some of them players, they miss their wives, they miss their girlfriends, they miss their beds. Yeah. I don't know, man. I like to stay away from that team coming off a long trip, coming back home. That's why I like the Knicks, amongst many other things tonight.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, Hefe. Hornets coming off a win, first game back at home. Man, I think the only way the Knicks are going to win this game is if they play good defense, and I like the under here.
I like that spot as well.
Hornets are the type of teams in the first quarter, if they start missing shots, they're just going to get frustrated and
chuck.
Yeah, and the Knicks are the type of teams to just fast break, run a gun, and score quick. Get a quick lead. But yeah, man. For me, I lean the under. I mean, no play here, but I mean, I'm gonna be rooting for you guys. Go Knicks. But let's jump right into our next game, guys. We got the Bucks at the Celtics. Line sitting at -1 Bucks. The line opened at 2.5. Now it's at -1. Celtics off of a win. Tatum had a great game without Brown. Bucks also off a win. This game is pretty hard to cap because, man, you really want to, back the Celtics here with all that momentum at home. Tatum playing well, but Bucks are on a roll as well, and a great road team. Think their spread on the road is pretty. I think it's like 5-1, I believe. But yeah, man, I don't have anything on this game, but Hefe, Alpha, BBB, you got anything?
I'll let BBB take the lead on this one. On our pre-show meeting, he dropped a great stat about Jayson Tatum. Why don't you share that with our viewers?
So Jayson Tatum actually has been just performing at way better level without Jaylen Brown, surprisingly. His points, rebounds, and assists, just like his overall play has been over his line that's been set at the last 6 previous games that have not had Jaylen Brown, which is part of the reason why I like the Celtics tonight. I definitely lean towards them. I was looking at it at +2 earlier today, but even at +1 or any plus money or plus number I like tonight. I think this is a game they win outright. It's been a tricky one with both teams kind of being inconsistent to start out the year, but like the stats that I had said earlier, Jaylen Brown has been great for this team, but as far as from a winning perspective, they've actually been playing really well without him.
To piggyback right off of what you said, BBB, 37-19 is the Celtics record when Jaylen Brown does not play.
37-19.
37-19, man. I mean, that's gotta. At one point, you know what I mean? That's gotta mean something. I'm with you, BB. I like the Celtics tonight. I like them at home. Jayson Tatum is, to me, a top 10 player in the league right now. He's been playing a little bit, under his potential recently, but now with Jaylen Brown out, and he has a little bit more space to maneuver on the court, I think that's what's benefiting him, right? They have to space the court. He has more ISO opportunities, and he can kind of get in his bag. I'm rolling with the Celtics tonight. I'm seeing them at minus 115. I'll take that. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to roll with the Celtics in the hot hand. Alpha?
I think this one, guys, is all which Celtics team you believe is going to show up. Half the games this year for the Celtics, you see one of the better teams in the NBA that moves the ball well, hits open shots, and gets back defensively and rotates well. The other half of the game, it looks like 5 individuals not moving the ball, playing ISO basketball. So it's really which team is going to show up. And with Jaylen Brown out of the lineup, I like the Celtics even more. I'm with you guys. I'm on the Celtics tonight.
Wow.
It's too good to pass up. The Bucks have been a little disappointing at home, and they're the hotter team. I think you have to roll with the Celtics. It's not my favorite play of the night, but if you're going to push me to pick one side in this game, it's 100% the Celtics side.
Quick question, guys. So you think if Jayson Tatum is playing really well right now without Brown, you think there's possibility that the Celtics might trade
with Simmons?
Brown
I mean,
for Simmons?
That's been rumored. We've heard that they've been in talks for a Brown for Simmons deal. I don't think that would really benefit either team too much. I don't think either player would take that new team to the next level. I don't think that's the answer, but I can see it happen. So I think time will tell. I could definitely see it happening. I just don't think it's the right move for either team.
I don't love the fit of Simmons on the Celtics, hypothetically
That's
speaking.
how I feel.
I literally think his defensive strengths, they already have a player with great defensive strengths at that position in Marcus Smart, and it's not like he could freaking shoot a free throw, so the hell they need him for. Yeah. Jaylen Brown, who I honestly thought was a complete bust coming out of college, out of Cal, he dropped 47 earlier this year on the Knicks. I mean, the dude's balling. He's a great player. It's just this weird thing that Jayson Tatum plays better without him. I don't know. I don't think they do the trade. Brad Stevens is too smart for that.
I just think the Celtics are just gonna, they're gonna lose the trade if they do that. I mean, if they get other plays as well, maybe it'd be worth it. But guys, let's jump right into the next game. Blazers at the Rockets. Line sitting at -6. We all know how bad the Blazers have been playing on the road. I believe they're 0-6 against the spread on the road, but they're favored this game, obviously because it's the Rockets. But you think the Blazers get it done today, boys? You think it's time?
You can't. I don't think you could trust the Blazers, and I certainly don't think you could trust the Rockets. So, guys, this game, to me, it's not one of the ones I'm looking the most forward to tonight. The only action I would consider taking is the under 223. I think both these teams have struggled offensively mightily, and I'm not even going to take that, guys. If I were going to take something, it would be the under, but I just don't love this matchup at all. Hefe, what do you see in this one tonight?
I see a Rockets team that's lost 6 games in a row. I've seen a Portland team that I have yet to see play inspired basketball. I got it at 6.5. I think that's a lot of points. I know that Portland on paper has the better roster, but sometimes you just got to go with your gut, guys. I will take the Rockets plus 6.5 here. I think they grind, and they might not win, but I think they keep it close. And there ain't no team that could fall apart quicker than the Portland Trailblazers. What do we think?
So true.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there, Hefe. I think that it's just too many points here. The Blazers, like you guys had mentioned before, I've heard you mention it on previous episodes as well, that sometimes they can just be a 5-man team out there that is playing not as a team; they're playing as individuals, and that's a recipe for a disaster. There, that's where those meltdowns come from. Big runs for other teams. I just think if I had to make a play, I agree with Alpha. I'm going to lay off this game, but if I had to make a play, I lean towards the Rockets tonight.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm with Hefe. Man, it's too many points. I like the Rockets plus 6.5 at home. Blazers hasn't proved anything to me, so I'm looking to still fade them on the road. I mean,
I agree.
Jalen Green's been playing amazing, so it's a good opportunity here for Rockets as well. So
I agree with Hefe in that.
I don't know about amazing, but he's been playing good. He's been playing better than Cade Cunningham. That's for sure.
Why do we keep doing that? Can we stop comparing him to Cade Cunningham? Every time you talk about one, you talk about the other.
Always.
I know.
Always be compared.
All right, boys. Let's jump right into the next game. This line is fishy to me. It's a little off. I don't know. Nets at the Pelicans. Line sitting at -9 Nets. I see some books at 8.5 now. Man, this Pelicans team is garbage.
Bad.
But this line is just weird to me. No play here. You know me. I don't bet Pelicans ever. Man, anybody have anything on this game?
This is such a layoff.
Yeah, this is such a layoff. Guys, if you learned nothing from Indiana beating Utah last night, lay off this freaking game. Do not touch it. Do not look at me. Look at me, people out there. Do not put the Nets as a money line in your parlays tonight. It's not worth it.
Not going to give you a high enough dollar return.
If you do play, I suggest playing a total. Pelicans.
Yeah, the under.
Cover. Not the under. I like the over.
It's going to be a blowout. It's probably going to be a blowout, realistically. I just don't have
Pelicans need to put up points.
To bet it.
They need to put up points.
But if you like
Pelicans, take the over.
If you like the Pelicans, take the over, but don't touch the game. Just lay off.
There's 11 games on the slate. If you're sitting there
not worth
trying to figure out a
guys.
side on the Pelicans, please close your laptop, maybe take a little break, and reassess, because there's so many better games on the slate to put your mind and your money on.
Cool. Let's jump right along, guys. Suns versus Grizzlies. Line sitting at -2. Suns have been red hot. Grizzlies coming off a loss to the Hornets. I know Alpha's on display. I mean, he's been riding the Suns wave for a minute now. It's been working out for you. What do you think, Alpha?
It has. The Suns have been performing every game as of late, and the lines keep staying small. I believe their last matchup was a 5-point line. They covered that with ease as well. Tonight, the versus a Grizzlies team that I just think they have a better matchup for. I think they have the guards who can stay in front of John Morant, and I think they pull away with this one. The line's a little scary, though. I'm not going to lie. 1.5. I expected this to be more of around a 3 to 4 point line, but I'm still taking the money line, guys, at a -120. I really think the Suns are one of the best teams in basketball again, and they'll show us why tonight. They'll beat this Grizzlies team.
I'm with you. Short and sweet. Suns, #1 shooting team in the league, 48% from the field. Grizzlies, number 22. John Morant is playing great, probably most improved player of the year right now, but he's one man, and the Suns are a complete team. Taking the Suns money line. BBB, what do we got here?
Couldn't agree more with you guys. Suns, it just kind of seems like a slam dunk play almost. They're on a 6-game win streak.
100%.
The Grizzlies actually just got back Brooks, which should help them defensively a little bit, but it's honestly thrown their offense into a bit of a loop, because the last time they played, Bane, his minutes got reduced, which just kind of threw off his shooting some. He didn't have a very effective night. And I kind of expect that to continue to happen. He's been used to playing, full game minutes and stuff, and he hasn't adapted to this new role. So I expect their offense to still kind of sputter a little bit, and the Suns just to keep rolling.
Respect,
guys. Hate to say,
don't do it. Don't do it. It's like the NFL panel. It's like the NFL panel. Don't be all. Okay, good.
Grizzlies plus the 2 guys.
Good.
John Morant gets up for these games, man. He loves playing good teams.
He does.
I mean, the Suns are hot, but John Morant will get up for this game, and he will have his team ready to go.
We will see.
The Grizzlies will come out, and they will compete, guys. Trust me.
Suns.
Grizzlies plus 2 is my pick. But so looks like BBB, Alpha, Hefe are all on Suns. I'm on the Grizzlies plus 2. We'll see who's right after the game.
We'll see you Monday on the recap.
I'll text you probably about.
We'll be in touch tonight. Yeah, we'll be in touch tonight.
All right, boys. Let's jump right into the next game: Hawks versus Nuggets. Line sitting at -4.
Why don't you not even throw it over to anybody? Why don't you just continue speaking, Mr. Hawks?
Yeah, you're our Hawks aficionado.
Guys, you know how I love Hawks are my team. Nah, not really. I hate the Hawks. Would I bet the Hawks tonight? No, I'm off this game, man. I'm off the Hawks for a while until they win a game and get on a streak or some sort or play better in the second half, man.
We're all proud of you. We are all proud of you.
The line is screaming Hawks. The line is screaming Hawks.
It is.
But I just can't do it. They haven't. Their second half performance have just been awful.
Yep.
They can't finish games. This game, I guarantee you, would be a close game until the last 2 minutes, and the Nuggets will blow them out by like 20 in the some bullshit like that. But yeah, man, just for me, I lay off this game. The line is just too fishy. I mean, you guys have anything on this game?
I'm laying
Nope.
off.
I actually
let's
do
move
have
right.
some on
Let's
this
move.
game.
Let's.
Wait.
Oh,
BBB has something for the people.
Wait.
I actually have the Hawks tonight. But as you said, second half they do seem to just crumble. They turn into a little league team. That's why I will be on them first half.
BB is gonna learn.
I do think the
first
line
half.
the hard way.
He's gonna learn the hard way.
I understand. It's basically the same relationship you have with the Hawks, I have with the Pacers. I would have told someone last night, take the Pacers plus 10, but I personally would not have touched it because I'm not. They ruined me. So I still think it's a good bet. The Hawks haven't ruined me quite as much as they've ruined you, so I'm willing to take that chance with them tonight. But hopefully they don't burn me.
Fantastic.
For sure,
like
for
it.
sure. All right, boys, we're running out of time here, so let's jump right into our next game. We got 2 more to go over. Let's do this one. This one's going to be probably the game of the day. I'm excited to watch this game. Bulls versus Warriors. Line sitting at -5.5 Warriors. 2 exciting, explosive teams to watch. You already know Steph Curry's doing work out there this season. I'm not even gonna touch this game because y'all are.
We're laughing, bro, because we know you're gonna fade the Warriors again,
bro.
bro.
Gonna fade the Warriors, and I just can't do that. If anything, I would probably play the over, just because, both these teams can score. I probably would take the Bulls plus 5.5, but the safe play would probably be the over because both these teams can put up points. You got Seth shooting logo shots, man. DeRozan's having a great season so far, man.
He's back.
Does anybody have anything on this game?
The only information I'll provide on this game is remember that Nikola Vucevic is in the health and safety protocols, so they are lacking at center depth tonight. I know a lot of people have been taking the Bulls. Just be cautious. Remember that they are missing a couple key pieces tonight.
A note on that, I actually think in this matchup tonight, Alpha, that might help them. Warriors normally play small. Bulls can now match up, bring Caruso from the bench up into that lineup and kind of match that small ball, quick lineup.
So you're saying Bulls?
I'm saying I'm laying the hell off, and I would, I can't make this. I'm not going to go through my spiel. The Warriors are number 1 in every offensive category ever played in the league.
We know.
Don't fade them. Just enjoy watching them. Don't fade them.
Yep.
I'm not betting this game out of respect for how good the Bulls have been so far. BBB, are you dangerous enough to take a side?
He's gonna say Bulls.
If I am gonna take a side, I haven't quite decided yet. Waiting on some lineup news with Draymond, and if I had to take a side, which I'm, primetime game, everyone wants to bet it. If you're gonna take a side, don't fade the Warriors. If you lose, you can tell all your buddies, well, I faded. What was I gonna do? Fade the best team in the league right now? So if you're gonna take a side, I would say take the Warriors. But personally, this should just be a great game that I'm looking forward to just watching with nothing on it.
Absolutely. Quick question, Slam. Did you hear him? Just a quick question. Did you hear him clearly?
Yeah.
Don't fade the Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent news. Excellent news.
Got it.
What do we got?
All right, boys. Last game we're going over today. T-Wolves at the Lakers. Line was at 3, now dropped to 2. This line is pretty fishy. Lakers have just been playing, I think, back-to-back overtime games.
Tired legs.
Tired legs. T-Wolves, I think I've lost almost
bad team.
7 or 8 games. What is it? 7 or 8 games? They just haven't won or covered.
2-8 against the spread so far this year. I mean,
what is that? What does that recipe equal for you, Slam? What does a recipe equal with those two together? Because I think I have a recipe on this one. Tired legs and a bad team.
T-Wolves plus the 2.
No, bro, it's the under. It's the under. Under 224.
Yeah, but unders are stressful, dude. Why would you play the under? I mean,
unders are profitable. Unders are profitable.
One thing nobody's talking about. It's Russell Westbrook's birthday today.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna take
What is he, 41?
Oh, he is, I believe, 34, maybe.
41 shots.
What's his record on his birthday?
41 shots.
Does anybody know his record?
I think he shot 472 shots on his birthday in his career. So I expect 70
going for like 50. He's going for like 50 tonight.
I mean, it might be a good player prop spot for him tonight.
Now the only thing that I'm worried about is that they partied for his birthday last night, but I hope that they will party tonight after the game. I've been scouring Instagram. I'm on LeBron's Instagram. I'm on Westbrook's Instagram. I'm on Ant Davis's Instagram. I see nothing from last night that shows that they went out. For that reason, Lakers money line, baby. Russ, let's blow out some freaking candles tonight, baby. Win this game.
Under.
Yeah,
BBB, what do you got?
I actually have my favorite players so far this year. I got Cat, his points, rebounds, and assists over. He's just been a man on a mission. Like he said, tired legs. They're celebrating. There's every excuse in the book for why they can lose this game. I'm not confident enough that they will win this game, but even if it's been a losing effort this year, Cat has just been destroying in the league right now. There was something that came out about he's been watching before his pregame ritual is he watches 2 grizzly bears fight to pump him up, which is probably one of the craziest things I've ever heard of. But if it's working, it's working. So I hope he's watching those videos tonight and he just puts on a show tonight.
100%, 100%. Couldn't agree with you more. All right, guys, this brings us to everyone's favorite part of the show. We're going to go through our best bets of the evening. Running out of time, so we're going to do them a little quickly, guys. My best bets are Knicks money line, Suns money line, and that Lakers T-Wolves under 224. Slammy, what are your best?
Grizzlies plus the 2, and you got. Man, I'm doing Grizzlies plus the 2 right now. Oh, actually,
you need 3.
I said Rockets.
You need 3.
3.
Fine, I'll take 2. I'll take 2.
Rockets plus the 6.5 and Grizzlies plus the 2. That's mine.
BBB.
I don't.
Let's hear them.
Games.
All right, I got for our Knicks boys. I got Evan Fournier over 11.5 points. I like that up to 12.5.
Love this guy. Love this guy.
I think he should have 16, 17 points. Little double whammy. I got Spurs first quarter money line because Mavs just come out slow so many times, and I have Spurs plus 3. So
let's go, double whammy.
I'm going to piggyback right off of BBB. Number 1 for me is Spurs plus 3. Guys, the Mavs are 3-8 against the spread, 1-4 against the spread on the road. What if I told you they have a minus 33 points differential while the Spurs have a plus 23 points differential? Number 2 play, Lakers money line. Happy birthday, Russ. Do not mess this up for us. And number 3, Knicks first half money line. Hornets 3-8-1 against spread in the first half. Knicks got a fire under their ass after Tibbs yelled at them. Let's go Knicks, baby.
All right, let's go Knicks. All right, there you have it, boys. Our best bets. Round of applause for Big Brain, guys.
Thank you for coming, bro.
On our show.
Thank you for coming, man. You did great.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, guys. We went kind of over, but thank you all. Once again, shout out to Pure Wage.
Yes,
and guys, we will see you all on Monday, 4:30 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, have a good weekend. Let's win some money tonight. Good luck, boys.
Don't mess this up for us, Russ.